Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, back to our good old relaxing show that keeps us pretty calm and almost sleepy at times. But regardless, I am pretty happy with how I get to watch a lot of like action-packed shows with twists and turns, and then I definitely just get to relax a little bit after, having my mind blown by them with a show like this. This week's episode, not as, nevertheless doing the same, keeping the trend up, making me feel relaxed, and to think that I want to eat cheese so bad, it hurt that it was almost like they were just poking fun at me. Like, I found out that I was lactose intolerant, and to think that they went as far to talk about the cheese aroma spreading around in your mouth, that just angered me. They didn't have to go there, right? Like, come on, bruh. But nonetheless, I was truly, truly hungry watching this, so at least that's good for them because it looked absolutely delicious. So that's always a plus in my book. Make the food look as realistic as possible with these, or just make them look as good as they can make an animation food look, and they usually do that easily. Which, man, did I want to eat this food this week and just go indulge in some ridiculous amount of dairy-related stuff. But with that being said, uh, I know a lot of people that, just don't really know the feeling of having your head washed, like as a guy and stuff. So I wound up going to this place where I could have sworn it was just going to be a salon, but we found out that a barber was in it, and he would use the stuff that the salon people would use, just like the head wash and all that stuff. So sure, it took more time, but it was definitely worth it at the end of the day because you get your head washed, you get your hair cut, wash your hair, and they put in whatever like type of stuff they had, like just good smelling stuff. You don't smell like a lady or anything, but um, it's stuff that literally helps your hair stay clean for longer after it's applied and like seeps into your skin. So not only are you feeling good, you get like extra treatment at the end of the day. And that's just one of these things that were kind of shown in, this time and day where a lot of people do this. Like they go out and get themselves like pampered, and some people think it's like petty and like dumb to go out and have someone else do stuff for you, like for instance, a back massages or um, like some people didn't even used to clean their own shoe. Like yeah, we used to have shoe shiners, so a lot of things were, deemed certain ways, and it feels like every time this man has something done that he hasn't had done for a long time, he's just like, why in the heck have I not been doing this? Like every single time, I swear, he's just like, I should have been doing this. I don't know what I was thinking. So I love that aspect of how his character is starting to play out more and more. It's just him imagining like when's the last time he's had this done, or if he's ever had it done, and why hasn't he had it done more. So I don't know, things like that always crack me up in the moment. But other than that, we also get to see just how useful the neighbor can be for our this cat. I mean, for our main cat anyway. Like straight up, she learned how to make a Western dish just because she wouldn't visit the neighbor. Like best neighbor ever. You didn't even have to be there for the failed trials, if there was any, which it didn't seem like there was, but there could have been. Could have been really bad. Fairy tales with cheese. That doesn't sound good. But with all of it, it was pretty fun to watch. I mean, there wasn't really as much going on as like some of the episodes given like showing. I mean, they did show a little bit of his past, but this is the first time we've seen his past, and it wasn't actually, or not his past, but like his ancestor. I mean, this one's actually felt more like his past, like as a kid, instead of just looking at his ancestor that for some reason he's like connected with all of a sudden because she's there. So that was rather interesting seeing him with his actual mom instead of uh, like I said. So with all that, there really wasn't much to be said. I don't know. I feel like this show is definitely something that it's becoming one of the other shows that I've been watching that I just don't really report on them. Like there's probably 7 shows. Oh, no, not 7. Okay, I'll say like 5 shows that I watch that come out on the same like schedules and stuff as the shows that are out now, and I just don't record on them. I don't make videos on them and stuff. So there's just a lot that I already have to put out, and then not only that, try to relax and eat and all that. You know what I mean? So I keep it down to a minimum so I don't burn myself out, and then I sometimes when I'm not watching or doing something, I just throw on one of those shows that are still brand new and just, keeping up with other. There's jokes and culture stuff that can be created at any time with these types of with this time period where uh, one character does something that all of a sudden like 4 or 5 characters start doing, and you don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of little characters that have done really cutesy looking animations and stuff, and then people straight up use those types of animation just because they want to show that they liked it or that they are appreciative of it. So stuff like that is really cool to see, and I could see people taking something from this show in the case of just it doesn't seem like there's really that much actual sexual tension within any of this show, which is a different pasting, I feel like, for just like Japanese shows in general. Like usually there's always some type of sexual endos and stuff like that in these shows, and because there isn't, or at least it doesn't feel. I mean, there could easily be. You can imply it either way. I feel like. I just feel like there's less of a obvious focus that he's literally trying to get her to be his wife or something. You know what I mean? Like there's not a clear cut like, oh, he is trying to do this. So I appreciate that aspect of how this story is playing out, I guess I can say as well. And if they do it, then I mean, I would actually be surprised at the end of the day. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely plan on taking a nice sleep after this one. Always, always nice to find yourself an anime that completely puts you in a relaxed moment and kind of just makes you forget about other things that happen throughout the day. So, hope your guys' days have been amazing, and I will talk to you in the next one. So, with that, peace.